Outlander. So it takes me super long to make the Outlander videos because I have to stream it through my Xfinity on my laptop, and I'm being serious, about every 4 to 7 minutes the video will freeze and take at least 30 seconds to fix, and then if it doesn't fix after that, I have to reload the entire thing and then wait for the ads and do it again. So it takes me like 2 hours to watch an episode. So hopefully this will make it quicker. It plays really easily on my iPad and doesn't usually stop. So I downloaded it to my iPad, and it's the small one right here. So I'm going to be looking down here the whole time. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. This is episode 15 of season 1, Outlander. It is called Wentworth Prison. Let's do it. Ooh, there's a lot of warnings in this one. People have told me so, and it confirmed it.
Make free of your body, and there will be no second flogging.
I remember that. Randall wanted Jamie, but no one could blame him. You gonna try and take on a prison with 5 people? Good luck. What is my mohawk doing? It's coming down. When the opening scene is a bunch of seemingly torture devices, you know the episode's gonna be really good. Oh. An iron mask. I like it already. Oh. There was no ceremony. They just pushed the guy over and hung him.
Knowing that when my neck snaps, I'll be discharging my juice like a cannon blast.
Ew.
And I've got an awful dark view of the world, Fraser.
Yeah, your very bleak outlook is so out of place when you're about to be hung. The redcoats writing down the names, they look like they're 12.
To the devil with England and God bless King.
That's messed up. Let the guy finish his sentence before you kill him.
James Fraser.
Just don't let them know you're there. When someone calls your name, you have to say present. If you don't say present, they won't know you're there. That's schoolhouse rules. Go out fighting, Jamie. Go out fighting. Someone could come rescue him at, like, any time now. Maybe he's so tall when they push him off the edge, he'll just still be standing on the ground.
Stop the execution!
Thank goodness. Randall stopped it just in time because he probably wants to rape him or something. It bought you time, at least. Randall sent you that food because he is whining and dining you. It's called romance.
I understand your position, Sir Fletcher. I do.
But just let me see him.
I would be pleased to deliver it to his mother.
His mother is dead. You should have at least said his sister. What if that dude somehow knows his mother's dead? It's okay, Claire. Shake it off. Let's go. Claire, she's getting the vapors. Woo! She gonna pass. Oh, she puking. That's gross. Don't show people puke. We get it. She got sick. Every story needs 2 belligerent, drunk, sidekick type people. They may be dumb alcoholics, but they're a little conniving, and I like it. Jamie, you're gonna rip your foot off. It's like a Saw movie up in here. He's gonna burn it, isn't he? You're gonna burn it. And you burned the pardon. Of course you did. In any show, whenever they have a fire and then a piece of paper, the paper is always going in the fire. You can go now, sir. I'll wait here.
Do I make you uncomfortable?
Because you have a rapey vibe. That's why I'm uncomfortable.
Was it my face you see looming in the darkness?
Everything you say is so creepy.
Trace the scars on your back. Do you ever think of me?
This guy.
I can simply slit your throat from behind.
What is with you wanting to be behind him all the time? Oh, crap. Why'd you have to be holding the keys, like, right in the open? Let's hope that that's, like, a tiny prison. Even though I don't think it is, but still. Like, maybe, like, 3 cells. And let's hope that Jamie is, like, right next to the room you're in. Don't go talking to a room full of guys that ain't seen a woman in, like, who knows how long. Well, that was a helpful prisoner. What a nice guy.
Will you show me your back?
Will you show me your back? And just take your shirt off. Can you do that for me?
You're the broken one.
Yeah, that's right. Choke him out. Come on, Jamie. He broke your stool. Okay, he has a hammer. I think that beats a stool. Oh. Y'all gonna get burned. Bet Randall's gonna save you because Randall wants to kill you. Yep. Randall's totally got a crush. That guy's like, I was following orders and I got kicked in the face. I'm not smart enough to figure this out.
Hold his wrist.
Oh, don't hurt him. You're gonna hurt him. Don't. You're gonna get your fingers hammered. Ah, right on the hand. That's like the whole hand. Stop hitting him. Hitting him once was enough. Hitting him once was too much. Well, now it's easy because Claire can just follow the screams. Oh, your hand is messed, boy.
Why do you force me to treat you in such an abominable way?
Baby, why you make me hit you? Okay, are they cuddling now? Oh. My prediction, that I didn't want to be true is happening? Just grab his junk and rip it off. His, like, hired muscle guy with the hammer is like, I'm gonna leave. This is upsetting. What was that? But now he's walking out and Claire's just wandering the halls. Claire, you have great timing. You better hope that's the right door and you're not just opening it to some crazy person's cell. Well, you're outside now. Leaving it open. Good girl. Claire, the clack, clack, clack of your shoes is so freaking loud. How are you sneaking anywhere? Jamie! Claire, go to him! Claire, do you at least have a gun? Does she not have keys to his shackle?
You truly have a gift.
Oh no. Oh no.
Unexpected time.
This is not good. Seriously, why do you not have a gun? Do you have a gun?
You fucking sadistic piece of shit!
That's better. This is a bad position to be in. Spit in his face. Those two little kids are not going to take you to Sir Fletcher. They're terrified little redcoats. This is inappropriate. Inappropriate touching.
I'm not in the mood for cunts today.
Ew. Perv. This is... I'm uncomfortable. You should have just ran his head into the wall. Ooh, right in the throat. Good one, Jamie. Oh. Oh, God. Uncomfortable. Jamie, don't lay the good hand down. Lay the messed up hand down. The damage has already been done. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, lay the gimp one down. Claire, you really should have brought a gun. I'm just going to keep bringing it up. This is upsetting. Please don't, Hammers. Please don't do it. Don't nail his hand to the table. Please don't do it. Oh, dear Lord. No! Okay. This is bad. This is television. This is supposed to be entertaining. Oh, don't kiss him on the mouth. Have some Pretty Woman style rules. No, don't do it. Don't kiss him. Please don't kiss him. Oh. Bite his tongue off. Oh, he's really aggressively doing that. Seriously, bite his tongue off. This is heartbreaking. And now you kiss Jamie and you taste Randall. That's upsetting. Did he grab the keys and hammer when he left? Because I'd work up the nerve, I'd rip my hand off and I'd go break my shackles. And then I'd break his face.
Born September 3rd, 17...
Get in his head. Whoa. He threw her out a trap door. That looked like it would have broken her legs. Where the heck did he throw you? It looks like he threw you into, like, the labyrinth or something. At least you had a lot of soft, dead bodies to land on. But what are you gonna do now? Jamie, I would break my word. I wouldn't let him touch your business. There is no shame in breaking a word when you need to break someone's face. You know, you could just take his shirt off. You don't have to rip it off. Well, his hand's nailed to the table. Never mind. You are a sick freak, Randall. Oh, don't cry, Jamie. Oh, don't lick his back. You're gonna lick his back, aren't you? Oh, get your mouth off his back. And he's licking it. He's licking it.
Shall I begin?
No.
Murder!
Are they alive? Girl, you just need to drink your problems away. Good for you.
How many men can you muster?
To rescue your husband from Wentworth Prison.
None. Yeah, Claire, the world doesn't revolve around you.
I gave these to Ellen Mackenzie.
Did everyone love Ellen Mackenzie?
I wonder if she ever thought of me while wearing them.
Seriously, everyone loved that chick. Claire, you're just gonna have to go all Sarah Connor and just bust in there and just be like... Willie's just raring to go, which means he's probably gonna die first.
That's no small number.
Are you gonna release the cattle inside the prison?
I know how we can save young Jamie.
What's gonna happen? That's it? Just, you know how to save him, that's it? Oh my gosh, dude, this episode. So this episode opens, Jamie and Taryn are standing in line to go up to the gallows to get pushed off the edge and have their necks broke. Jamie's still like, hey, let's just fight our way out. And Taryn's like, hey, we're gonna get shot. And Jamie's like, that'd be a cooler way to die. So everyone goes up. Taryn goes up, all get deaded. It's Jamie's turn, and he starts fighting, which is just awesome. Of course he doesn't, it's like a fort full of redcoats. You're not gonna win. So they get him up there. He's got the noose around his neck. He's about to be pushed off, and then riding in on a stallion is Blackjack Randall, who's like, no, save my boyfriend. Blackjack's like, hey, go put him in a cell. I want to romance him later. Doesn't really say that, but you know. Claire's at the prison talking to, like, the warden dude, and she's pretending to be someone that doesn't really know Jamie much anymore, but kind of, like, used to know him. And is like, hey, if I could see him, if he could write a letter to his family, any of that stuff. And the warden's like, no, well, I'll give you his stuff, but you're a great lady. That whole interaction gets her so worked up, she walks outside and pukes, which is gross. They're all drinking at a tavern, and the two, doofy Scots, I can't remember their name, they're playing dice, and they're like, they're so mean. They're not brooding with us. But then the guys walk over, and they're like, hey, the two people we've been playing dice with the whole time are, like, jailers, so we know when the warden's gonna be out of his office, you're welcome. Meanwhile, Jamie's in his cell, and just who walks in but Blackjack, like, hey, boo. Did you like the food I sent for you? Blackjack walks in with, like, the muscle guy that he's like, this guy's kind of stupid, but he's got a hammer and knows how to swing it. The stupid dude lights a fire, and then Blackjack's like, oh, hey, remember that pardon? Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna catch it on fire. Then he sits down and just says the most rapiest stuff ever. And he's like, look, I want you to surrender to me. If you surrender to me, I'll just hang you. Otherwise, I'll probably find other horrible things to do to you. And Jamie's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. We can just sit here all freaking day if you want to. So Claire and Myrta, I think I'm saying that name right, who knows? They go to visit the warden, but they know he's not there. But then the guy who lets them in is like, oh yeah, he'll be right back. And they're like, well, we'll just sit and wait. So when that dude leaves, they start digging through all of his stuff. They find the keys, but they don't find the map of the entire prison to know where Jamie is. Eventually, that one prison guard comes back and is like, hey, why do you have the keys? And it's like, boom, and then knock him out, tie him up, stick him in the corner, and Claire's like, I got the keys, I'm just gonna go find Jamie. Myrta's like, hey, we'll just meet in the forest behind the prison later. And then back in the cell, Blackjack's like, oh, hey, I want to see the scars on your back. And Jamie's like, yeah, sure, why not? But as soon as he gets behind him, Jamie starts fighting. And then he gets his stool, and he's, like, fighting with that. And then the muscly guy's got a hammer and breaks the stool. And then the muscly dude's, like, choking out Jamie. And, of course, Randall's like, hey, don't hurt my baby. And then kicks the dude in the head, and he's like, hey, don't, you could have killed him. I want to do that. So then, like, for punishment, he, like, puts Jamie's hand on the table and just starts beating it with a freaking hammer. But then he's like, baby, why do you make me treat you like this? You know I don't like to hit you. So where Jamie's, like, about to pass out from the pain holding his hand, Randall's like, hey, give me your good hand and touch my nanny with it. Creepy. It was uncomfortable to watch. And then Randall's like, no, not like this. I'll be back later. So Claire's got the keys and she's running on the prison and she's asking in different cells if Jamie's there. And then one guy's like, yeah, go check downstairs. On her way there, she sees a door that goes outside, so she opens it and leaves it unlocked, but kind of just closes it back on itself. She finally finds Jamie, and he's just laying on the floor of his cell, all kinds of messed up. And she's like, I love you, baby, and he's like, you need to get out of here. It's like, Randall's coming back. And it's weird because she had the keys, but she didn't have the key to his shackles, so she, like, jammed a key in there, and she was, like, hitting it with a hammer, and I'm like, that won't work. And then right on cue, Randall walks in, and he's like, really? Claire, why are you here? Randall has that weird dude check her for weapons, and he inappropriately touches her. Randall makes some totally inappropriate comments, but makes it very clear he ain't into the ladies today. What seems like a great thing, two other redcoats come in, and Claire's like, can you please go get the warden? I need to talk to him. And Randall's like, hey, I'm gonna intimidate and scare you, young guns. And they're like, you know what, we'll just leave. Claire starts attacking Randall, and in that, like, momentary scuffle, Jamie grabs part of that stool and just pokes that big dude in the throat and just kills him right quick. Randall's got Claire by the throat, and he's like, hey, Jamie, watch. I'm gonna hurt your lady. And Jamie's like, okay, here's my limit. I surrender. Do what you want with all of this goodness. Just let her go. And then Randall's like, let me test how honest you are. Do something that I say right now. And he's like, okay. And Randall's like, put your hand on the table. Jamie's like, I think I know where this is going. Which is weird because he put the good hand on the table, and Randall's like, no, give me the gimpy one. He puts his hand down, and Randall just drives a nail right through it. It was awesome / horrible. And then Randall starts kissing Jamie, which was so creepy. And Jamie's like, can my wife leave for this? I kind of don't want her to see what's gonna happen. Randall's walking through the hallway with Claire, and he's like, hey, by the way, I heard you were on trial for being a witch. And she's like, oh yeah. She's like, yeah, I am a witch, and I'm gonna tell you the day you die, just to mess with you. And then she tells him the day he dies, and he looks terrified. And I'm like, when is it? Please tell me it's soon. But then he just walks up to this hatch in the floor, and he's like, bye, and just pushes her out. She falls like an incredible distance, like it seemed like it would have broken her legs. But she lands on a bunch of bodies in various stage of decay, so clearly when they hang someone, they're just like, whoop, and just push them out. She's like, I am outside the prison now. So she starts running towards the forest where she said she'd meet up with the guys. Randall is back in the cell with Jamie now, and he's like cutting the shirt off of his back and looking at his scars and just way too into it. And then exactly what I didn't want him to do, he started licking Jamie's back, and I'm like, ew. And then he's like, are you ready to begin? And I'm like, please stop showing this scene. And as luck would have it, they stopped it there because I was at my limit. I surrender. Claire's out in the forest, and she's like screaming for everyone, and finally one of the guys shows up, and he's like, hey, maybe don't scream since people are looking for us. So they take Claire to this house of this other guy, I guess is like a friend of theirs, who's like, you guys can lay low here for a while. Claire's like, we gotta go now, let's go back in. Hey, stranger I haven't met, can I have some of your men to send off to their deaths? And the guy's like, no? She's like, I'll pay you, here's some pearls. And the guy's like, wait a minute, where'd you get these? Apparently that guy gave them to Jamie's mom as a wedding gift, and I'm hoping she just had a lot of people who had crushes on her, and that she wasn't just a big old slut. He's like, look, I gave these pearls to Jamie's mom as a gift. You can have them. I'm not gonna give you any of my men to, take to the prison to die. But, I wish you the best. And then little old Willie in the corner's like, let's go, there's 5 of us, we can do this. And I'm like, that young kid is awesome, heart of gold, probably gonna die. So they're like, okay, what's the plan? And Claire's like, I left the door unlocked. And they're like, that's not a plan. And then at that moment, the guy who's housing them has some guy show up, and he's like, dude, you're drunk, and where are all my cattle? And the guy's like, look, I got 19 of the 40, calm down. So they're listening to this exchange, and then Murta, I think it was, walks outside and is like, And then he walks in and is like, I know how to get Jamie out. And I'm like, are you gonna let the cows in the prison? I'm confused. So I'm confused. I don't really know what's going on. I know I'm upset on several levels. And everyone was telling me, they're like, this episode is kind of a doozy. And I was like, oh, please don't tell me Jamie gets raped. I just knew it. So we have one left, and it actually is airing tonight, so I'm probably gonna have to watch it tomorrow. But, dude, I'm not okay. So if I left anything out, if there's anything you want to talk about, drop me a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I am totally traumatized. I'll see you guys next episode, so until next time.